welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cleo, and if you're new here, I post videos related to health and fitness. If that's something that you're into, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and please go ahead and hit that bell notification so you can be alerted every single time I upload new videos. And I've been uploading videos every single Monday, so please keep an eye out for those. In today's video, I will be continuing my fall meal recipe ideas. I was scrolling through Pinterest and I thought doing a pumpkin Alfredo would be a fun dish to create. So I just went ahead and did my own twist on it. I'm gonna be throwing in some spinach in my Alfredo sauce just for some added veggies. I'm going to be using a fat-free half and half just to cut down on some of the calories. And we're gonna throw in a bunch of seasonings. I love using allspice in my fall dishes just because I feel like it brings all the fall flavors together. And this dish is pretty easy to make. You can put this together in about 20 minutes and it's super delicious. Who doesn't love pasta during the fall time? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you guys how I make this dish. Alright guys, so here are all the ingredients that we're going to use to put together our healthy pumpkin Alfredo. It's just a couple ingredients. Here I just have some parsley to garnish the pasta, some butter, Parmesan cheese, and I'm actually using a veggie spaghetti instead of our standard noodles just to make this recipe a little bit healthier. And this contains 25% of vegetable puree, and that's made with zucchini and spinach. And I have used these noodles in the past and they're totally unnoticeable. They taste exactly like your regular noodles. I just have a can of pumpkin. Please make sure to use just your regular standard pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie one. We don't want a sweet Alfredo sauce. And then next I just have some fat-free half and half, and this contains 20 calories for every 2 tablespoons, and that's about half the calories than the standard half and half. I just have some garlic, black pepper, allspice. You could totally use nutmeg in replacement of this. And then I just have some sea salt and some garlic powder. And just for some added veggies, I have some baby spinach I'm gonna throw into the sauce. This is totally optional, but I like to sneak in veggies wherever I can. And that's everything. I'll go ahead and list out all the exact measurements in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is just get some water boiling and then we'll get straight to the sauce. So while I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'm just gonna go ahead and get all the ingredients we need and kind of measure them out and set them aside. For the pumpkin, I'm using about 1 cup or about half of the can of the pumpkin puree. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my half and half, and I use about 2/3 cup of this. And then for the butter, we're gonna go ahead and use 6 tablespoons of butter. I know that sounds like a lot, but this is good for a serving of 4. Now that our water is getting pretty boiled, we're gonna go ahead and add in our sea salt, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my noodles. I'm just using about half a box of the noodles for this recipe. And then I'm just gonna give that a good mix, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let that cook for 9 minutes or until it reaches al dente. While the noodles are cooking, I'm gonna just go ahead and set our stove to a medium-low heat. And here I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in our 6 tablespoons of butter into the pan. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this melt. Once it's fully melted, I'm going to take about 1 tablespoon of garlic, and I'm gonna throw that in the pan and just give that a good mix. We're gonna go ahead and let this cook for about a minute. You do want to keep a close eye on it because you don't want to burn the garlic. After about a minute, I'm going to go ahead and stir in our half and half. Next, I'm going to take the Parmesan cheese and I just throw in 2 handfuls or about half a cup. Feel free to go more or less, pretty much all to your preference. I do love cheese, so I do add in a little bit more than half a cup. Next, I'm just gonna take in our pumpkin and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that into our sauce. and just go ahead and give that a good whisk so you can get everything stirred and combined together. Next, I'm just gonna season my sauce with some salt, some pepper, some allspice, and I'm gonna go ahead and also season that with some garlic, and I just eyeball everything. You can go ahead and season this to your taste, and here's how this sauce is looking so far. As you can tell, it's pretty thick. So I take about half a cup of the pasta water and I just set that aside. And then I went ahead and drained our noodles, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of the pasta water and just stir that in. And you can add as much or as little of the pasta water until you get your desired consistency. Here I was happy with how it looked and I just turned it off. Next, I'm just stirring in the sauce into my pot of cooked pasta. And after that, I'm just gonna give it a good mix, and there you go. Super simple. All right, guys, so here's the final result. I just went ahead and plated it and chopped up some parsley and threw on some more parmesan to top this off. I cannot wait to dive into this. Now let's go ahead and give this a try. So I just realized that after I was done making the sauce, got a little bit too excited and forgot to throw in the spinach. I do have some sauce left over though, so I'm gonna reheat that maybe the next day and throw in the spinach, and I'll let you guys know how that tastes. But yeah, this looks super delicious, and this took me honestly maybe like 15 minutes, not even. So let's go ahead and try this out. It smells so good. Okay. Big bite. This is, guys, this is literally so good. I think this is my favorite pasta dish I've made so far. It's so good. Making your own homemade sauce definitely just hits different, and I can taste the pumpkin in here and it's not super overwhelming. The garlic really stands out a lot. I love a lot of garlic. I think this would also be really good with some chili flakes. But this is so good. You guys, I really recommend trying this recipe. I thought today's meal was a hit. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this and then I'll check back in a bit. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Please let me know in the comments if you tried out this recipe or if you plan to try it out. Please also let me know what's your favorite go-to fall recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.